So this is hard for me to admit, but I was really jealous a few years ago. Really jealous. Because I had kind of set up my life in college, right? I was doing pretty good, right? I was happy. I had a girlfriend. I had lots of friends. But one day I met this guy. He was tall, you know, handsome, and really confident, extremely charismatic. Like anyone that he came into contact with him just immediately loved him somehow. He just had this charm. You could just tell that he was taking life seriously, but also not too seriously. He was fun, playful. He seemed to lead any group that he was in. He led every conversation he was in. And I saw the way that other people looked at him. I saw the way that my girl looked at him. And I was jealous. Right now, think of this kind of person where you're just like, man, they have their shit together. They're never nervous, but they're boisterous, they're driven. It seems like it's effortless for them. Life is just easy. They just get it somehow. Maybe you see them fail at a few things, but they don't take it too hard because they're doing so much other cool shit. It doesn't matter. You see them and you're a little jealous. What if you could become this guy? You'd probably think, oh no, people are just born that way. But this is your problem right now, bro. And the world has given you this small dick thinking that you can't change. People just have these natural born traits, and some people are the main character type, but you're not. And because of this, you don't change. You're still over here kissing your pillow, pretending it's your crush. The worst part is that it isn't your fault. It's not your thinking, but the thinking that the world has given you. Your teachers, your friends, social media. Well, the people in your life haven't meant to. They've been small dicking you this whole time because, like any normal human, you adopt the mindsets and beliefs of the people that you spend the most time with, even if they don't align to reality. I know this isn't fun to talk about, but it's one of the reasons that young men are depressed and killing themselves is because they genuinely believe that shit can't change. They genuinely believe that their life is always going to be this way, that things can't get better. It's just who they are. I'm going to prove that thought wrong, and I'm going to do it by changing you. My name is Luke Grenoble, and you found yourself among a gang of young men who are no longer settling for the monotony and depression that living an average life gives you. If that sounds like something you want to be a part of, hit subscribe right now. I'm going to tell you exactly how to start getting what you want by grabbing life by the fucking balls, bro. But you have to start thinking differently first. The first thing you have to do is shift from a passive to an active mindset. What this means is instead of constantly thinking what's going to happen to me, you have to realize that you have power, that you can change the world around you, and you have to start thinking, what am I going to do to the world? Instead of thinking, oh, I hope she doesn't reject me. Oh, I hope that I get this good grade. Start thinking, I hope that I like her. I'm gonna work really fucking hard on this paper so that no matter what, I can't get a bad grade. Think back to the time when you worked really hard and got something you really wanted. Maybe you fell on your ass a bunch, but you learned how to skate. Maybe it took you a while, but you got a job. You got a fucking paycheck, bro. Maybe you started going to the gym and you got consistent at it. Started making a few gains. Okay, so you can do it. You can change your life because you have before. So start thinking that way. Think, what am I gonna do to the world today? What mark am I gonna leave? Because when you start having this big dick belief, it starts to become true and you start to make changes on the world around you. So this is great, but how do you actually change your thinking so that you start to become this kind of a person? Step one is you have to set an authentic big dick goal. It doesn't have to be get a job in healthcare, make all A's, apply to 12 colleges. While these things are all great, you have to set a goal that you genuinely and authentically want right now. More than anything. If it could be anything now, what would it be? You want girls in your phone? Do you want to have an amazing friend group where you guys go on adventures all the time and feel fucking close? Maybe you want to live like you're the main character in a coming of age movie. While it's important to keep up the other areas of your life, you have to set a goal that you're genuinely passionate about, that you genuinely want to accomplish, because you can never live for other people and be happy. And right now you think you aren't, but if you feel lost in life, or if you feel like you're just going through the motions, it's because you aren't aligned with what you are passionate about. Men who have a goal they're genuinely passionate about take life seriously. And you can tell. While I have goals for my business and for my habits like reading, I also have the goal to have more fun in my life than anyone else. I want to travel the world. I want to throw huge parties. I want to embarrass myself in front of so many girls. And I'm good at that. And I want to be the guy that while I do all this cool shit, I'm also able to have just as much fun going throughout my normal day-to-day life. Where doing my work tasks are exhilarating. My everyday conversations are fun as fuck. And where I can find enjoyment and peace and happiness just by picking out my favorite tree and watching it dance in the breeze. You must set a goal that matters to you, not anybody else but you. And it must be one that when you tell people, it's big enough that they don't believe you. It has to be a goal that is reasonably unreasonable. You think maybe if I really worked hard at this, if I really tried to do this, I could do it. It's a little bit unreasonable, but I could probably do that. And you tell other people that and they think, oh, there's no way. Whenever I first started YouTube, bro, like rationally, I was looking at it and I was like, if I continue on this, if I'm consistent, I don't see why after a year of starting this, I couldn't be on 5K, 5,000 subscribers. And I told people this and they said, okay, yeah, sure, Luke thinks he's gonna be a YouTuber. Yeah, let's see how this goes. It's a big enough goal that's like a huge life change, but it's reasonable. Like, if I really stuck with it a year, I could do that. And now, I have some of the same friends telling me, wow, dude, you actually genuinely got this figured out. Because just look at the channel right now, bro. Even though our gang is pretty underground, we're tight-knit. Our growth has been fucking insane. And the views and engagement that we are getting are that of channels that are 10 times our size. The point is that having a big goal like this gives you the focus and the drive to achieve it. You're much more motivated to go out and do the hard things whenever your goal is to create and lead an incredible friend group that is so loving and close and does these exciting things, literally like you're living a movie, rather than if your goal is to just meet 2 new people. Maybe meeting 2 new people is your daily goal to end up hitting this larger goal, but you're not going to be motivated if the end goal is just meet 2 people. And you get this by taking this action step right now, is locking yourself in your room, staring at a blank sheet of paper until you fill it up with things that you want to do, the person that you want to be, and you find your one goal. Just one huge goal that you want to work towards, that you are genuinely passionate about. It's going to drive you. Step 2, you have to integrate it into your identity. Because when you do this and it becomes who you are, you're going to pursue it ruthlessly and with enthusiasm. And if someone asks you about it, you're not timid, right? You go off, you say, yeah, bro, I'm finally becoming a social person and learning how to express my true personality because I am going to live an exciting life with my friends. There's no doubt about it. When it becomes part of your identity, it's just who you are now. You're not just someone striving to be a social, friendly, charismatic guy. You now are a social, charismatic, friendly guy. It's just who you are. Because when you do this, you change your self-image. And your self-image is what really controls what you can and can't do. Because think about it like this. If you genuinely believe deep down in your soul that you cannot get a girlfriend, you just aren't an attractive person, no girl would ever like you, how are you going to come off? Everything you do is going to keep you in line with that inner goal. Because your real goal is not to get a girlfriend. That's genuinely what you're thinking about yourself, and that's genuinely what you believe is going to happen. That's your goal. Everything you do, your body language, the way that you speak, your fear to approach, all of that is going to keep you from actually getting a girlfriend, which is the real thing you want. But it's not where your self-image is. When you change your self-image, if you genuinely believe not only that you can get a girlfriend, but that you deserve her, bro, that she already likes you, and there's no way that this interaction is not going well, how are you going to fucking act? You're going to have your chest out, bro. Walk with your chest out. You're going to be confident. You're going to speak from your belly. Everything you do is going to be in line with the goal of you getting this girl. And that is how self-image fucking works, bro. The thing is, you have to change it before it's reality. You have to genuinely start to believe that you are this kind of a person. How you do that is through visualization. So for 10 minutes a day, start by not just remembering, but reliving that success memory that you thought about earlier. Was the one thing that you worked really hard for and achieved. When you achieved that, how did it feel? Relive that moment. Relive that moment when you first got on the board and started skating. Relive that moment when you got that first paycheck. How did that feel? Fucking amazing, right? How did the wind feel on your skin? What shoes were you wearing? How did they feel on your feet? Were you hungry? Were you full? What temperature was it outside? Every detail you can, remember it and relive that experience and pay specific attention to the feeling you got from being successful. So do that for a couple minutes, and then for the rest of your 10 minutes, visualize that feeling, what that feeling is going to be like in the future. When you accomplish the thing that you want to accomplish in detail, right? What's it going to look like? What's it going to look like when the girl hands you back her phone number with a smile? What's it going to look like when you get a fist bump from that new guy that you thought was cool and you introduced yourself to? Imagine how it's going to feel to be with the amazing friends that you made, that you introduced yourself, that you lead, and now you guys are blasting music down a tunnel while your head's out the top of the car, living like you're in a fucking movie. How is it going to feel whenever your bank account is full? How's it going to feel whenever you have a girl laying beside you and she's smiling? It's going to be fucking incredible, bro. By imagining in detail these things, you are leveling up your mental state. Right? You are changing your self-image because your mind and your body can't tell the difference between vividly imagined things and reality. What you're doing is you're literally giving your brain and your body experiences that it thinks is real of you being successful and doing these successful things. And you're naturally going to start acting like you have already achieved your goals. And this is how you make progress actually start to happen, because then you're acting like that guy. Your action step is to create a habit tracker like this one and do this for the next 3 weeks. Every day, mark it off when you do your 10-minute visualization. You're going to notice a change by the end of it. Step 3, you have to take bold action consistently. And you're going to fail. You're going to look stupid when you start being bold. But the thing is, this is how you build unshakable confidence, because what's going to happen is you're going to fail. You're going to look dumb. And then you're going to realize it doesn't matter. You're still alive. Nothing bad really came of it. It happened a week ago. You barely even remember it. You know nobody else remembers it. It doesn't matter. And then you realize it never fucking did. And you've just been building this up in your mind and haven't been acting like the confident, boisterous guy that you want to be because of this fear. But now you're starting to overcome it. Then you continue taking bold action, but now with actual confidence, real rock hard confidence, bro. Because this is exactly how every bold person before you has done it. And now it's your turn. So in any moment of decision, ask yourself, what would the bold person do? You can picture me, or you can picture any other person that you think grabs life by the fucking balls. And you can ask, what would they do in this situation? Soon, when you start making decisions as if you're someone else, you start to become that guy. And you don't even have to think of that anymore. You naturally just start making decisions. Not as them, but as you. Because now you are him. And I know that you've been in a tough spot in life, bro, but trust me, if you start doing a few things to change your thinking, and you start taking actions with boldness, your life is going to change. You're going to start doing what you genuinely want, and you're going to start being happy. In fact, you're going to start radiating positive energy. You're going to start living such an incredible life and having such a great impact on those around you. And I can't wait to see that happen, bro. Leave a like on this video or save it so you can come back and implement each step. And comment down below and let the boys know your journey, because not only is it hella inspiring for them to see, but also I get to know you better. So grab life by the fucking balls, bro, and act now. Become unstoppable.